Hello everyone, welcome to JG Chem Masterclass. Guys, in today's video, we will learn about CIP rules and RS nomenclature of flying wedge and Fisher formulas. The topic belongs to stereochemistry and we will see here again previous year questions of BCU University of MSc Chemistry. The topic is very important not only for MSc, for any competitive exams related to chemistry like CSIR, GATE or any other exam you are going to appear. This is a very basic, not only for MSc, it is for BSc, 11th class, 11, 12, those who are having organic and they are going to appear for any competitive exam. It is very useful for them as well. So let's begin. The very first problem is, what are CIP rules? Describe how these rules are used to determine the RS configuration. Two problems are given. The first is in the Fisher form, the second problem in the flying wedge structure. I have already uploaded the video based on Fisher and flying wedge conformations and its interchange. I'll share the link in the description box. You can watch it later. So, first we will see what are the CIP rules. CIP, Chan-Ingold Prelog rules. So, here look at the four atoms directly attached to the stereogenic center. What is a stereogenic center? A chiral center. Chiral center means you have, let's say here, a carbon which is attached to the four different groups. It is considered to be chiral center or stereogenic center. So we have to look for the four atoms or groups which are attached to this particular stereogenic center. Next, we have to assign the priorities based on the atomic number to all the four atoms. Okay, so we have to assign the priority based on the atomic number. Okay, priority 1 will be given to the highest atomic number 1. So as you can see here in this problem, you have bromine with the highest atomic number, so it will be given 1. Then we have to see for the rest of the two. You can see here both are carbon. So if you have, in the case both are similar atom, then what we have to do? We have to see if two or more atoms are identical, look at all the atoms directly attached to the identical atoms. All the atoms you can see here, it is CH2OH, two hydrogens, then oxygen, and again one hydrogen is attached to this oxygen. Here again you can say you have C double bond OH. So what we are supposed to do when you have a double bond or triple bond, that rule also we will see it. Okay, so you have to see the next atoms attached to the carbon atom. Then compare the second highest priority atom directly bonded to the identical atom. We have to see the second atom priority and then we will decide. What we have to decide, that again if the second priority is whichever is highest, we will give that the number 2 priority. Okay, so but if you are not able to find out there also it is identical, then we have to go and match the third one and so on. You have to compare. Okay, so now in case of multiple bonds, you have to consider that equivalent number of single bonded atoms. Equivalent bond of single bonded atoms we will see. They mean by duplicate and triplicate. If you have a double bond, it is duplicated, and if you have a triple bond, it is triplicated. How? Little confusing as of now, but we will see it once we will discuss it in the first example. So now we will solve the first example. As I told you, we have to prioritize. Bromine, we know it is number 1 because highest atomic number, and hydrogen is the least atomic number, so will be given 4. We have to decide among the two carbon bearing similar identical atoms. So what we have to do, as I told you, when you have a double bond or triple bond, since you have aldehyde C double bond O. So what does it mean? That the carbon and oxygen which are attached, two double bond is present here. It means each is duplicated, means the carbon is attached to the oxygen 2 times. Similarly, the oxygen is attached to the carbon 2 times. Okay, so this oxygen is attached to the 2 times carbon. Similarly, you have carbon which is attached to the 2 oxygen. This oxygen also attached to the 2 carbon. So in any direction you can draw it. Okay, so this is the atoms which are attached to this particular group, and then you have a hydrogen also here. So in that case we can see here you have 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen, right? But here this carbon is attached to 2 oxygen. So the priority will be given where you have 2 oxygen rather than 1 oxygen, right? So in that case CHO will be given 2 and CH2OH will be given 3. And then what we have to do according to this rule, you have to see 1, 2, 3. Okay, forget about the 4. You have to go from 1 to 3 and look here that it is anti-clockwise, right? Anti-clockwise. Now according to CIP rule, the lowest priority should be on the vertical line, right? We have to rotate this in a way that the hydrogen come in a vertical line. So in that way we will solve the next problem. Here we are solving in the same manner. So what we have to do, if your lowest priority is on horizontal line, whatever configuration you will get, you have to convert it into other. So what does it mean? So see here you are getting anti-clockwise. If it is anti-clockwise, the configuration should be S, right? So we have written that lowest priority on horizontal line, then we know anti-clockwise should be S, then we have to convert it into R. So basically if you see the configuration of this particular molecule, the configuration is R configuration. So what we have done, we have to see whether first step is your stereogenic center should be present, all 4 different groups, then priority should be given 1, 2, 3, 4 based on the atomic number. Okay, and if your lowest priority is on horizontal line, in that case whatever configuration you are getting, you have to just convert it. Okay, anti-clockwise it is S and clockwise it is R. Since it is anti-clockwise, S will convert into R configuration. Right, now you have the next problem, which is where the flying wedge structure is given. Here again in the same way we will solve. So we will prioritize. You have a stereogenic center, all 4 different groups. So priority will be given obviously to the aldehyde 1, then CH2OH will be given 2 because you have oxygen, CH3 will be given 3, and the 4th is here on the hydrogen. Now the rule says that the lowest priority, which is the hydrogen, should be on the dash line. Here you don't have that. So what we have to do, again we have to interconvert like we have done in the first problem. So similarly here we will rotate from 1 to 3. You can see 1 to 3 is anti-clockwise, right? 1 to 3 is clockwise. Okay, so this is clockwise. So what we have to do, lowest priority is not on the dash line. So what we have to do, we have to convert it. Okay, so clockwise means R. So R will convert into S. Okay, so the configuration of this particular molecule is S. So this is the way directly you can solve here. The other possibility, you rotate the 3 atoms. Okay, hydrogen you bring on the vertical line, CH2OH will go on the bromine, and bromine will go on the hydrogen place, keeping the CHO constant. Then you don't have to interconvert. Similarly, you have to do rotation here to bring the hydrogen on the dash line. But without doing that also, you can do on the same position. I hope it is clear. If not, we will look for the next problem. Okay, here one problem is given. You have to find out the RS configuration. Again, stereogenic center, all 4 different groups. Prioritize, nitrogen will be given 1 compared to carbon. And then which carbon should be given 2 or 3. You can see here carbon is attached to the 2 hydrogens and then 1 sulfur and hydrogen. So basically carbon is having 1 sulfur here. If you look at here, this carbon is having basically 1 OH group is attached and you have C double bond O. So the carbon is attached to 2 oxygen and each oxygen is attached to the 2 carbon. Okay, so basically you have carbon is attached to the oxygen here. The second highest atom is oxygen here. The second highest atom is here sulfur. So sulfur will be having higher atomic number, will be given the priority 2, and COH will be given 3, and hydrogen as usual the least priority 4. Then we have to go 1, 2, 3. You can notice here it is anti-clockwise and we have the lowest priority on horizontal line. Then what we have to do? So anti-clockwise is S, so we have to convert it into R. So basically the following molecule is having R configuration. So I hope it is very much clear about how to do the RS nomenclature. We will see. Okay, as I told you, we can do the rotation also, then you don't have to interconvert. How you can do that? In the Fisher projection, you have to bring the least priority on the vertical line. Okay, either above the plane or below the plane. Okay, so here hydrogen you are rotating on the, okay, in place of COH. The COH, so clockwise rotation we are doing here, hydrogen, and COH will go to the NH2 place and NH2 will come to the hydrogen place. And you can see here we have done the rotation of these 3 atoms by keeping the CH2SH constant. and then the least priority is on the vertical line. Now we have to see the rotation 1, 2, 3. It is coming clockwise, and we know clockwise is having the R configuration. So either way, both are the correct possibilities to solve. Okay, correct way to solve. You can solve and choose any one method and do it. So now last problem we will discuss. Two structures are given, both are in the flying wedge. Okay, so we will solve the problem here only. One possibility, you can convert it into Fisher and then you do RS nomenclature. But since the question is based on only RS nomenclature, we will do here only. Again, priority based on the atomic number. You have a stereogenic center, nitrogen 1, COH2, carbon 3 and 4 is hydrogen. Again, hydrogen is not on the dash line, so you have to interconvert. Look at 1, 2, 3, which is covering clockwise, and since we know the lowest priority is not on the dash line, we have to convert. Clockwise means R will convert into S configuration. So basically the following example belongs to the S configuration. Now this is the last problem for in this PPT, and we will see here you have two stereogenic center, right? For each we will see the R and S nomenclature. So first we will look at the first stereogenic center, where you have 4 different groups, CH3, hydrogen, Br, and this whole group will be considered one group. So again we will giving the priority here. Bromine is 1. The whole group will be given 2 here, CH3 is 3 and hydrogen is 4. The least priority is on the dash line, so no need to interconvert, just we have to see 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is coming here clockwise, and so the configuration is R configuration. Okay, so this particular carbon is bromine bearing carbon is R configuration. Now we will look for the other stereogenic center. Oxygen OH will be given priority 1. The whole group will be given priority 2. CH3 is 3 and hydrogen is 4. Here again hydrogen is not on the dash line, so we have to here interconvert. Now we will see 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is coming anti-clockwise, and we know anti-clockwise is S configuration, so we have to convert it into R. So basically the configuration is R. So this particular stereogenic center having OH, the configuration is R. So basically you have, if you number with the longest carbon chain 1, 2, 3, 4, so it is 2R and 3R configuration. Okay, so I hope you understood how to do the RS nomenclature of flying wedge and Fisher projection formulas. And if you have any doubt in the video, you write in the comment section. If you like the video, please do like and share it with your friends. And any other topic if you want me to prepare, you please do it and write it in the comment section. Happy learning.